You're under arrest. Okay, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
Stop it.
Your hands behind your back. You are under arrest.
I'm not doing that.
Put your hands behind your back.
Help!
Put your hands behind your back.
He's hit me! He hit me!
On your back.
He's hit me! He just hit me in the face!
Put your hands
All over. I didn't do it.
Arrest! Report to you! No, you cannot! No, you can't! Get on the ground! Stay down, don't move! You stay down, don't move!
We're just trying to talk to you and see.
Go ahead and do
Police officers have a duty to protect citizens and ensure they feel safe. But what happens when they start behaving in a way that completely contradicts that duty? Here are instances where criminal cops attacked innocent citizens without any justification, and it backfired big time. Greta Jensen, the tenant's ex-wife, had been the subject of complaints from neighbors and the apartment owner. The owner said Jensen often showed up to yell at her ex-husband. On December 9th, 2020, the homeowner called the cops because Jensen was back yelling at her ex-husband and standing in front of his car to stop him from leaving. Officer John Jober arrived on the scene in Bountiful around 4 p.m.
Bountiful, 2 off 10. We're going to be on 200 east, about 600 north. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay. How are you doing?
Good. We had a call about a disturbance here.
There's no disturbance here. I'm not here. We're just talking.
Okay. Well, it looks like you're.
We haven't yelled or nothing.
Looks like you're trying to talk to someone that doesn't want to talk.
No, he has his window down. We've been talking. We had some house stuff to talk about and stuff, and we're just talking. He's just keeping warm, I reckon. I don't know. I didn't ask him to get out.
Well, his window was rolled up. That's weird.
Well, you weren't here the whole time because his window wasn't rolled up. He rolled it up when he turned on his heater. But
She's leaving and I'm going.
We're not. There's no disturbance. Somebody lied to you. I would get them for false reporting because we hadn't had any disturbance.
Okay.
From Officer Jober's first conversation with Greta and her ex-husband, it was clear that something was off between them, and he, later identified as Monty, didn't want to talk to her. Maybe she was in the wrong this time, but nothing can prepare you for how the cop behaved afterward. But more on that later.
I know what.
So, are you doing okay?
Oh, good, I'm good. Good. I'm just going in and she's leaving. So.
Yeah, we were just talking about some stuff.
Was there somebody else here? Because I'm confused now.
I am too. We didn't hear anything. Nobody's
Maybe
yelled.
just yelled in the window or something.
No, I was not yelling.
Talking loud, excuse me.
No, I was talking just like that. I wasn't talking loud.
What's your name?
Monty.
No, we haven't talked. I talk like this.
Are you guys ex?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ex-wife? Okay.
We still have some.
Who's the landlord?
Jeremy?
Any idea why he'd be calling?
Maybe she was yelling through the
No,
window.
but maybe they. I don't know. Monty, I was not yelling. And
Well,
you know
I had the
it.
window closed. Maybe.
No, I was talking. This is as loud as I talk, so you can call that loud. And maybe tell him.
How
to
far
come
out
out
are
here.
you?
We were just talking, and he ain't even. We don't have any issue.
After Officer Jober sent Monty back to the apartment and told him they'd talk later, it was time to hear Greta's side of things. However, Greta was upset because the cop was making a big deal out of their relationship drama. Since when do cops care about someone's love life when there are so many freaking unsolved crimes in America?
We were just talking about.
Can I just talk to you inside later in just a sec?
Sure.
Excellent, thanks.
Sure.
Okay. No, I was just leaving. We were just talking. That's all we were doing. We're not arguing. You're not mad.
Okay.
Nothing.
Can you take your hands out of your pockets for me?
Why?
Well,
You're cold.
can you just keep them out of your pockets, please?
No, I don't have. You don't feel? I don't have
Can you-
anything in my pockets.
Why
Don't be
Why
silly.
don't you settle down a little bit, okay? It's something I do for my
If somebody comes
safety.
up and harassing you, you would get a little like, why are you harassing me? I didn't do nothing wrong. So
Who's harassing you?
It feels like harassment.
I'm just
So,
asking you what's going on. I need
Okay.
you to stay here.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
I'm investigating
He told
a
you.
potential crime, okay?
There's no. For crying out loud.
'Kay.
Now you're
I
exaggerating.
need you to settle down.
There's no.
Based on the
You know
information
what?
I got,
can talk,
based on the
and
information
you're
I was
not-
given.
You're not in power over
Okay,
anybody.
I'm about to put you in handcuffs if
no,
you don't
you're
stop.
not putting me in handcuffs.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
So let me tell you
I've
what the
done
call
nothing
was.
Wrong. I've done nothing.
Let me tell you what the report
I
was.
don't care what the report was. He just told you we weren't doing anything, and we are the two people involved.
Nah, normal speed's fine.
So
we got a call that you were being disorderly out in front of the house.
that's a lie.
that you were shouting at him
No shouting.
and that you were not letting him get out of the car.
Never did. I was just standing there talking. We were just talking. He never said, move, I'm going to get out of the car.
Greta tried to explain that she came to bring Monty an email that was still being sent to her to their old home address and that they were discussing selling their house. But let's be honest, it was clear Greta was just making excuses for showing up. She should have respected Monty's wishes since he didn't want to talk to her, right?
He had the heater on. He turned it off. He started the car back, and we were just talking.
Okay.
And I was leaving. We were about. I gave him a piece of mail that came to the house that he needed, and then we started talking about we got to sell the house, and we were talking about pricing and just different things.
Okay.
We weren't arguing at all. There was no.
Well, can you understand how it would look to me when I come walking up here and his window's rolled up and you're being kind of loud?
You know what? I wasn't being kind of loud. That's a lie. You can say it all you want. Don't make it true. Your opinion
Okay.
doesn't make facts true.
What's your name?
Greta.
What's your last?
The same as his.
What's your date of birth? Okay.
There is nothing. Go get whoever said that.
Well, that's what I'm
Monty
going
just,
to.
You know what? Me and Monty.
Can you just stand
listen,
still, please?
Don't tell me how to move. You're not God.
I just
Get
asked
over
you
it.
to please stand still.
I asked you to quit bossing me around. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
I asked you. I'm not bossing.
You know what you're doing, sir.
I
You know what
asked
you're
you
doing.
to stand
You
still,
know
please.
what you're doing. Stop.
Will you please?
Ego is out of control.
I
Just
said
stop.
please. Will you please just settle
Not
down?
doing anything wrong.
We were having a perfectly fine
what?
conversation.
Yeah, me and Monty, are we the? Did he tell you there was no problem? Did I tell you no problem?
Well, people.
And we didn't see
yeah.
anybody.
So I need to speak to people separately when it's a domestic violence.
On the other hand, it was pretty clear that Greta still had feelings for her ex and was just finding excuses to come and talk to him. However, Officer Joe Burr started escalating things in a strange way. You could tell it hurt his ego when Greta wanted to leave at one point.
There's
Possible issue.
Okay, I'm going.
Stop. Stop. You're under
You know
arrest.
what?
Okay, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
Put your
Don't-
hands behind your back. Put your hands
Stop
behind
it.
your back.
You're.
Put your hands behind your back. You are under arrest.
I'm not doing nothing.
Put your hands behind your back. Stop
Ow,
resisting.
Ow, you hurt.
Stop
I'm not-
resisting.
I'm not doing nothing.
Stop resisting.
I'm not doing nothing.
Stop
Just
resisting.
Just stop right now.
Stop resisting.
Okay, I
Put your hands behind your
I
back.
am. Stop
Put your
right
hands
now.
behind your back.
Stop right now.
Yes,
Stop.
expedite
You're
now.
out. No, you're lying.
Put your hands behind your back.
No,
Put
I'm
your hands
not.
behind your back.
I didn't do nothing, sir.
Put your other hand behind
Please
your back.
stop.
Put
Please
your
don't make
other
this
hand-
something it's not.
Put your hand
I had
behind your
shoulder
back.
surgery. Will you stop?
Put your other hand behind
No,
your back
I
then.
didn't do nothing.
Put your other hand behind your back.
Listen, stop. Just stop right now. Stop.
Behind you.
You are harassing me. Please stop.
Put your hand behind your back.
I'm not doing nothing. I don't have a weapon.
Put your hand behind your
I'm
back.
not.
Officer Joe Burr decided to arrest Greta, and from what we saw, it's clear she wasn't the only one struggling with self-control here. Even though she'd mentioned a couple of times that she had had shoulder surgery, Officer Joe Burr ignored her and kept being rude while trying to handcuff her. Let's see what happened next.
Doing nothing wrong.
Put your hand behind
Ow,
your
you
back.
hit my head. Please
Put
stop.
your hand behind
I'm
your
not
back.
doing nothing wrong.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your
I
hand
didn't do
behind
it.
your back.
Hey,
Put your hand
you know
behind
what?
your
I
back.
didn't do it.
Put your hand behind your back.
Ow! Ow! That hurt!
Put your hand behind your back.
He's hit me! He's hit me!
On your back.
He's hit me!
Roll over.
He
Roll
just
over.
hit me in the
Roll
face!
over. Put your
Christ.
Roll over.
I didn't do nothing!
Roll
I
over.
didn't do nothing! I did nothing! He hit me in the face!
Okay.
He hit me in the face!
Stop.
He hit me in the face, please!
Stop.
All I did was walk off! That's all I did!
Yeah.
That's all I did! I didn't do nothing!
Stop. We'll figure it
I did not do nothing! He hit me in the face like 3 times!
Figure it
You
out.
got a lawsuit! You got a lawsuit!
I get that Officer Joe Burr wanted to make it clear to Greta that she couldn't just walk away in the middle of a conversation with a cop, but that doesn't mean he should have let his ego take over and react aggressively. I mean, he punched Greta right in the frickin' face. How is that not completely out of line?
You thought you cannot do that to somebody! I didn't do nothing! I did nothing! Get the medical here! Get medical here! Right now! Right now! He busted my jaw! He busted my jaw! I didn't even move my hand! I didn't do anything! On my jaw! This is not my jaw! all I did was just say I'm leaving. He has nothing. I didn't do nothing. You know what? This ain't right. This ain't right. It ain't about being calm. It's about breaking the law. It's about breaking the law. It's about you want them to do nothing but get. You know you are not. And look what he just did to me.
Let's give us a sec to work through everything, okay?
Just because he's a cop doesn't mean he can do whatever he wants. Greta was lying on the ground in pain, but she decided to keep standing up for herself, and she was right. Sure, cops have to respond to calls, but they shouldn't have to take it too far with aggression like Officer Jobert did.
You got a lawsuit, buddy. I didn't do nothing. I did not do nothing.
You gotta take this one step at a time, all right?
I
How are
did
those
not do
handcuffs
nothing.
feel?
Did not do anything.
How do those handcuffs
Did
feel?
not do anything. I didn't do anything. I was talking to him and asking him this question. He came up here and me and Monty were talking. We did nothing. And we even told him we didn't
Here's
have to
what
talk.
we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you an option. I want to give you that.
No, you saw it. He did it. He knocked me on the ground. He hit my face up against the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's Monty's. He's inside. I sent him inside.
Not his house.
But that's not even the worst part. If you look closely, you'll see that not a single cop on the scene stepped in to tell Officer Jobert that hitting Greta was wrong. Everyone seemed to think he did the right thing, and even Greta was shocked by it. Take a look and see for yourself.
I didn't do anything. Hey, officer, what's your name? And what's his name? This is okay. You see this is okay what you did? Look here. Look here, sir. Look here, sir. I didn't do anything.
Just watch the front door.
I hope he's got the. Did you have your body cam on? That was really funny. No, I'm not. I'm not. It's pushing. Can you push it that way? See, and I just got a shot in my hand and that finger.
I'm not sure.
I got two things.
I thought he went in here.
Right now.
You can see the other cops trying to handcuff Greta while she's lying there, yelling that it was wrong for Officer Jobert to hit her. But pay attention to one detail. Look at how Officer Jobert checks his knuckles. You can tell how hard he hit her. He's in pain. That was a hard punch. It's impressive she wasn't knocked out.
Yeah.
Did you go running?
Hello.
Officers, I'm so sorry.
Are you the
About that.
owner then?
Yes.
Okay. Where is Monty?
Monty was in his
Yeah, he was when I got here.
Jeep. Oh, okay.
Where did he?
Where
Is he
does
inside?
live? He lives in the back.
Of which
the
one?
Entrance. The entrance. Let me grab my shoes real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, dude, Gil sped right past me.
Officer Jobert decided to leave Greta to the other cops and went to talk to the owner of the apartment where Monty lived. How could he just ignore that Greta was lying there, possibly hurt? Later, you'll find out she was in fact injured.
She keeps rolling over trying to fight me.
So he lives in the basement.
Let me just talk to you first too before we go
Yeah,
talk to him again. I just want to know where we're
His
going.
door's right there. But
Okay, so what did you see happening?
so I pulled in, came home. I'll give you just a brief background and then tell you what I saw. I got home. Well, the brief background is-
He's friendly for all I know. Like he was fine with me.
and we've had no issue. Monty's been great. He's a good neighbor. He's a good tenant. He's good. From all accounts, she provokes him.
Uh-huh.
you know, if ever, you know, there's been a couple times where there's been kind of
Officer Jobert's case kept looking worse. He even lied to another cop saying Greta was always trying to fight him and attacking him, which was not true. Sure, Greta may have wanted to leave, but she never once tried to attack the cop. Anyway, let's get back to the video and see what Monty's landlord told the cops about Greta.
dispute outdoors, and she really rides him pretty hard. But so she comes. He's made it clear. He's told me she's not welcome and that I'm welcome to ask her to leave. He told her that, but she comes around and she used to come down.
I brought your notepad, Samwell.
She used to come and wait.
Mine's in the car.
Mine's on my desk.
That's all right. No, I got a. I got some.
She used to come and wait for him in his stairwell.
Okay.
He got home from work, and he had no way to get her to leave. And so he started locking this outdoor door, and it goes down the stairs to another door. So since she couldn't talk to him through the door here, she's been coming to his window wells on the side and yelling at him through his window wells. And so that's where several times over the last few months, I mean, it's almost been on a weekly.
Monty's landlord shared some pretty shocking details about how Greta harasses her husband almost every day. Unfortunately, this was already clear from their first encounter with the cops, where Greta tried to calm things down while Monty was trying to get away from her. But that was just the start. He had a lot more to say about her.
He says, I'll get a complaint from a neighbor because they can hear her yelling at him. And so probably 3 weeks ago, I came out. One time she was yelling at him down her window well, or down his window well, and I said, hey, what's going on here? You know, and I confronted her and asked her.
When was this?
This was about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
About 3 weeks ago. And she was very defensive and angry with me at first, and it took about 5-10 minutes of her really challenging me. You know, what am I doing? Who's complaining? What's, you know, and obviously I didn't tell her the neighbor.
Monty's landlord even said that Greta was aggressive towards him too. He gave her 3 weeks to calm down and let things go, but the situation escalated that day and he finally decided it was time to call the cops. Honestly, out of everyone involved so far, I kind of get where the landlord is coming from. I mean, with the neighbors and even Monty upset, what else was he supposed to do?
But just said, look, you know, I really don't have a problem that you're here as long as you're welcome and you're civil. But when my neighbors are complaining, we have a problem. And if I have to involve the police, or, you know, basically kind of warned her, right? And it got better. She still came around a few times after that, but she was a little quieter. And then the last couple weeks, I've had a few more complaints.
Have we been here in the last couple of weeks?
No, and
okay.
And I don't know, you know, that's where I've tried to avoid this type of escalation because I worry that she'll come back.
Will you get a statement from him, Ryan? Just while I'm talking to him.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Ryan? Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
Jeremy?
Yeah. So
It goes too far sometimes.
just so you know the circumstances, I had a neighbor text me again, and I was like, I felt like I've got.
We just want to get a statement from you guys separately before.
As Monty's landlord kept talking, it became clear that Greta might have some kind of mental issue where she just couldn't accept that she and Monty weren't together anymore, even at her age. The landlord shared some more interesting details about her behavior with the cops, so if you're still unsure about what happened that day before they showed up, pay attention.
Because things kind of escalated, so.
So,
Do you have any cameras here or anything?
I don't. I wish I did. I've got a ring that I need to install.
Were you watching what happened?
No. I saw you come here, and
Okay.
I almost wanted to point you around the corner. I should have.
Well, yeah, it was
saw you, but
really weird because looking at the map and it says 207, 238, and then I'm
yeah.
like, okay, it's over here.
It's a 650 North address.
I heard her,
Yeah.
and then I was like, okay, this must be where we're going.
Yeah.
No, things got a little out of hand, so.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay,
about
so
that.
within the last 3 weeks, started getting worse, texting neighbors.
So then today, I just came home I had my kids in the van, and we just came home from my mom's house. And as I pulled around the corner here to come into my garage, she was standing there at Monty's door.
It's clear the landlord was right to call the cops about Greta, and he wasn't wrong at all, especially since her disturbing behavior scared his kids every time she showed up. While Greta is totally responsible for her actions, nothing can justify what Officer Jobert did. It went way beyond just being unprofessional.
Talking
his car
to
door?
him at his car door. She was standing at his car door. And so my immediate thought, and this is an assumption, I don't know what the facts are, but was that she's got him pinned in his car and he's not getting out because he's trying to avoid confrontation. And
Was his window up or down?
up. Window
Okay.
was up.
And when was this? Like approximate time?
Oh, this was like within the last probably 30 minutes. Like I called pretty close, because as soon as I saw that, I got out of the car. I could hear her through my garage door. And before we got out of the car, I shut the garage door, because the garage door that I came in is the one right there where she was standing. So I shut the garage door, and as I'm getting my kids out, I can hear her through the door. I don't know if she was yelling, I could hear her.
Before you hear the rest of what the landlord had to say about the officer, I want to ask you, do you think it was wrong that Officer Jobert never once thought to ask how Greta was doing? Even though this isn't a typical case of cops attacking innocent people, because, let's face it, Greta wasn't exactly innocent here. It's still odd that Officer Jobert didn't seem to care at all. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Pretty easily. And so we came inside, and I pulled out my phone, and I had a text from a neighbor saying she's back, and she's got him pinned in his car. And so I was like, and I said, so this has been over months, and I have some text history.
Can I see that text, and can I get that neighbor's info?
Yeah. So there's the text. She's back today. She's literally yelling at him while he's in his car, like trapping him. Sent a picture. So she lives upstairs.
Okay, so she
In the
was
studio
probably just
apartment.
watching what
Yeah.
just happened.
So she probably did see.
So how do we get to her? Up the stairs
can-
here, or?
Yeah, through. You
Okay.
can go in through here, but because she has access through the back door, but because of
The landlord showed Officer Jobert more evidence about Greta, including messages from his neighbors. With all of this, it was clear that Greta wasn't in a great position, and with the landlord's story, she would have likely been arrested. But the problem came when Officer Jobert reacted way too early and way more than he should have.
this situation, she's been nervous, and so we've been letting her go through the side here,
Okay.
and then she has stairs up to her studio apartment up there.
Okay.
And so I said, thanks, Sydney, I'll call to report it. They're sending an officer.
Okay.
And so you can see she's out there. This was Friday. Wait, that's the same one. Wait,
That's today.
this is actually last Friday. This one.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Sydney. And then that's today. So a week later. So last Friday, Monday, the 23rd, November. Here. November 10th. I have another. Oh, that's the joint thread with my wife.
Officer Jobert got so much info from the landlord that he didn't even need to talk to Monty anymore. From there, things went the way we all expected. It was time for Greta to be taken to the station. But the outcome of this case ended up being way worse than anyone could have imagined.
So that was 38 minutes ago. She sent this at 45 minutes ago. 3:37.
Okay. Alrighty. And what's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
Last name? Yeah, I'll get with you on charges in a minute. Okay, thank you.
You bet.
All right, well, she's gonna get booked into jail for a couple things.
Well, I appreciate you.
Greta's jaw was broken and she ended up at Lakeview Hospital with serious injuries, like fractures in her jaw, head, shoulder, elbow, and neck. Can you believe it? She was charged with obstructing a cop and disturbing the peace, but all charges were dropped in January 2021. In October 2023, Greta sued Officer Joe Burr and the Bountiful Police Department for $1 million over excessive force and violation of her rights. She turned down a $20,000 settlement and later even declined a larger settlement based on her lawyer's advice. What's your take on all of this? A 14-year-old girl thought her boyfriend might be cheating on her with someone else, so she slapped him in the parking lot of a Safeway supermarket. The incident was reported to the cops, but her boyfriend later decided not to press charges. Cops Jeremiah Wood and Evan Dunlap, along with 2 other officers, went to the house of the girl's dad, John Sears. They asked to talk to the girl.
Well, I'm his training officer, so I'm just observing him. And then he's got a cover officer to help him. So I'm just... Since he's in training, I have to be with him. Okay. Okay. I'm Officer Dunlap. This is Officer Wood. He's going to talk to you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, sir.
How you doing?
Hey, so,
We didn't just ex-boyfriend over at the Safeway. She got into a verbal argument with him and then slapped him in the face. Several other people saw the same thing in several circumstances. He confirmed that they had been in an intimate relationship, so this makes this a domestic violence situation. So today, I get permission to speak with her and kind of get further information about it.
out here,
please.
How are you?
They won't hurt you.
Really happy to...
Okay,
Huh?
thank you.
Really happy to still be supposed to be off duty, but...
Your pants will collect you.
Why are you supposed to? Because of this thing. Because this is... He's got PC. For DV, a juvenile DV. Well, actually, he's an adult. He's 18. Yes. Yes.
The girl left her room to tell the cops her side of the story and explain what happened that day. But while she was talking to one of the cops, the other 2, including the cop whose body cam footage we're watching, did something unexpected and unacceptable for a public servant.
What's that? That's fine. Is there somewhere you want to sit, or?
No, the chair's open.
So can you kind of tell me what happened between you guys today?
I was asking him for my back because we got in a breakup because he likes to cheat on me for 7 months. So I wanted my unicorn back, my lanyard back, my elephant back, and my bike lock key, and my bike lock. And so I only got, and my dad's bike, or my dad's, dad was called bungee cord. And I didn't get the bungee cord back, I didn't get my elephant back. I went over there once for the bungee cord, he said he would pay for it, and he told me to pull the money out of my ass. And I walked away, and then I came back home, and then I was like, okay, I looked at the lanyard to make sure he didn't leave anything on it, to make sure he gave me everything. And then I realized there was no elephant on it, so I went back, and he made me my elephant, and then I came back home. And then I left with my dad.
These cops muted their body cameras, as you saw. When a cop turns off the sound, it makes me think they're trying to hide something. The sound should never be turned off. Muting a body camera should get a cop fired. But if you thought this was the end of it, trust me, things are just starting to escalate. As Officer Wood told the girl she was under arrest for domestic violence, she got scared right away. Even though the body camera's sound is muted, you can see the fear on her face. I mean, imagine if something like this happened to you at 14. The real issue began when the cops forgot she was just a 14-year-old girl and started acting like bullies. Not only did they try to arrest her, but they also pushed and hit her, acting like they were dealing with a dangerous criminal instead of a teenage girl. As hard as this is to watch, you can't miss what happens in the right corner of the video, so make sure to pay close attention to that part. Did you see it? Did you see John Sears, the girl's father, lying still on the ground next to the police car? Honestly, so much has happened in these last few minutes that I wouldn't blame you if you're a bit confused about what went down. But trust me, things will start to make more sense soon. Before we keep the video going, I just want to say this whole incident is a complete mess, and these might be the worst cops ever. Have you ever seen cops behave in such a way? It's pure chaos as things keep escalating. Remember when I said things would start to make sense soon? Well, get ready to be even more shocked by the cop's behavior. We're going back a bit to check out the body cam footage from a different cop who didn't mute his body camera. So, here's what happened.
Stop.
No, this is my daughter.
Put that down.
This is my daughter. She's 14. You can't arrest a 14-year-old. No, you cannot. No, you can't. Let me get my dog.
You are not gonna
Let me get my dog.
You are not going to walk over.
He's going to start fighting everybody. Let me get on the ground. Let me get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
I'm not a risky.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stay down. Don't move. You stay down. Don't move. If you get up, you are going to get tased again. Do you understand me? You stay down.
Getting my dog.
Roll over onto your stomach.
I was getting.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Do not move.
I won't, sir. I won't.
When John Sears heard his daughter was about to be arrested, he stepped in, asking the cops to stop because she was just a child. At the same time, the family dog, a little white Jack Russell Terrier named Skippy, started barking at the cops. John told them he was going to calm the dog down to stop it from biting, but it was too late. The cops' egos were already bruised, and nothing could stop what happened next.
I won't move. Stop, baby! Please put my dog away, please.
We will take care of your dog. Put your.
Please, I don't want you guys to shoot him or anything.
We're not going to shoot your dog.
God
Knock it
damn
off.
it! You guys, I didn't do shit. I was trying to get my dog so he wouldn't
I've
attack
got the male in
you.
custody. We're still working on the.
Oh my God!
We'll take additional.
Rod, did you see that? I was trying to get my dog. You guys!
You okay?
I was trying to help
The dog bit you? Are you okay?
Ron, can you call Zoe?
She's a cop.
970.
95. We've got the.
970.
Also.
No.
195. Would you like a taser?
The cops even handcuffed John Sears and made him watch a terrible scene unfold. His daughter crying out of fear, their dog trying to bite the cops, and one of them dragging the dog into the house. Now, what would you do if you were in his shoes?
The adult male.
Dude, she's on the rack. My God. She's 14 years old. This is a joke.
Yep. Hey, drop her down and get on top of her. We cannot do this.
970.
Got a custody. We're still trying to get around.
Dude, just stay away from him, please. Please.
Hey, watch out.
Guys, put the dog
Dog's coming out.
If you put my dog inside, he won't stop. God damn it!
Stop.
Choke my dog!
I'm not choking.
Yes.
I'm a canine officer, dude.
God damn it!
Jeez Louise.
God damn it!
Choking my dog!
Can you get your feet out of the way? Can you get your feet out of the way? Go, boys. Go, boys. Go, boys. Get back. Get back. Get back.
Just shut the door, please.
There you go. Dog's in.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
During that time, the girl started having a panic attack. She was on her period and asked the cops to let her grab a tampon, but they refused. Not long after, she broke down in tears and fell to the ground. One of the cops then approached John and accused him of acting childish, which honestly felt like they were doing the exact opposite of what they should have been doing.
No wonder why you guys get a bad rap. You pushed me for no reason. I had no whippets.
You are under arrest.
For what?
Obstructing and resisting
I didn't
arrest.
obstruct nothing. I was trying to help you.
Stop.
Jesus Christ,
Stop.
get your
Roll
captain.
on your side.
Can you please get your captain?
Yeah, they're all coming, dude.
Thank you.
Chill out.
Thank you. You're being a real to me.
I am?
I didn't do
Look at yourself,
I was trying to get my dog. You threw me on the ground because I didn't want you guys to hurt my dog or hurt me or hurt my daughter.
Okay.
I'm not an my record.
Stop.
Thank you. And you don't have to step on me like that.
I'm not stepping on you.
You just stepped on my skin.
Oh my gosh, get over yourself.
I'm not getting over myself. Quit being so rough, man.
I'm pulling your probes out.
I
Chill out.
appreciate it.
Jesus.
Hey, man.
You're like a child.
Can I please get up?
No.
Oh, you're
Hang out with this dude for a sec.
I can run 8.
Okay.
Can I get up myself?
If you thought everything ended with the violent arrest of the girl and her father, you're wrong. The cops kept digging themselves deeper because there was no turning back. Honestly, cops like these who attack innocent people and turn them into criminals just to act like they're in danger should be straight up fired. And I really, really hope that's what happened.
Before you pull me, please.
Then stand up.
You're pulling me. This is a joke.
You are ridiculous.
You are.
Shut
The way you treated me.
Spread your feet, and I haven't searched it.
I have nothing. My God.
Like, I believe you, dude.
I did. Yeah, right. That's why you're searching me, right?
Yeah, because I don't believe you.
Joke. I would like to speak to your chief,
You can
please.
speak to them all. You're not going to speak to the
Please.
chief.
I would like to speak
Chief
to your
doesn't
chief,
care what
please.
you have to say.
I did absolutely nothing to you guys. I didn't even threaten you.
Okay, well, you're going to go to jail. You're going to jail.
For what?
Obstructing and
I
resisting.
didn't obstruct nothing,
In the
dude.
car.
Oh my God. Can I get my Cubs hat, please? Can you put it on my porch, please?
Yeah,
On the porch. 6 feet in there.
double check those cops.
I'm not an asshole.
If you think I'm exaggerating, just watch how much the cops cried at each other before heading to the station. One complained about his broken glasses, and the other about being bitten by the tiny dog. It was honestly pathetic. Let's be real. They're the ones who put themselves in this situation.
I should get my fucking breakfast.
195, I don't know if we're still on emergency, but you can release the channel. We're code 4 on scene. Didn't mean to throw that in the trash. Wood's glasses are smashed. Evan got bit by a dog.
There's a gun ammo coming. There's a taser cartridge right there.
That's my taser cartridge.
What do you need? How about that?
If you want to talk to that person, see if he's willing to give us a statement.
Sure.
When the backup cops arrived, one of the cops even told them they shouldn't have talked to John, almost like he was warning them not to, claiming John was aggressive. Another dumb move. Don't you think he just wanted the new cops to not know the real truth and to believe the father and daughter were rightfully arrested?
Yeah, we're good.
Good?
A broken bug, sorry.
You want some hand sanitizer?
I shouldn't have lost my. I'll just wait till that gets here and I'll just get an alcohol wipe real quick and then.
We're gonna need to see if that dog's current on rabies. If not, you need to start a rabies regimen. That's a mean little.
Yeah, he was biting him and
yeah.
the girl,
Where'd you get
so that's
bit
why.
Just here, and then I don't know. It was biting my neck and shit when I was down the stairs.
So I went to grab the dog, and then I got it, and I was holding it, and I turned and nipped my finger. And then I had it.
I reeled him in.
Yeah, I know. I saw you grabbed by the neck.
Okay, we're going in the house.
The cops even reassured their colleagues that they were fine, even though no one asked. Who's gonna tell them that the world doesn't revolve around them? Maybe they should have focused more on the scared girl sitting in the police car under arrest. If they had, things might not have escalated into something worse, which we'll get into a little later.
Yeah, well, she was still fighting with him, so I didn't want to walk over with the dog and have it by him.
All right. Oh, do we have an ambulance responding here?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
For the taser deployment?
deployment?
Nope. Let's get him cleared.
For him?
Do you need an ambulance here?
I thought we were just going to have him checked out by the
No.
ambulance.
So we'll just get him cleared at 200. Let's get out of this neighborhood. We don't need to all be here. Unless you disagree with that.
Unless we need 11 units over there, let's bring some units.
Okay.
Somebody take
So.
pictures of you yet?
All right.
Do you have your phone on you? What do you have?
Do you want an ambulance here?
No, we can just go 200.
When if I have to cancel the bus here, direct them to 200 for the eval, and then eval on 213 for North Bike. Will you transport? You're on HV.
Yeah.
Whose car is this? Okay, let's swap dude into your car.
Have you ever thought there's nothing worse than cops who are power hungry and willing to abuse the authority their badge gives them? Well, these cops were a perfect example. As if everything that had happened wasn't bad enough, a group of them decided to break into and search the house where the girl lived. And of course, they didn't have a warrant or her father's consent to do that.
And will you transport to 200? And I'll come and write the paper on him so that way you can get back on HV.
Sounds good.
Does that work? Yep. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, I have a light roller.
Sorry?
Ooh, go for the chop.
Go for the chop.
Okay, I'm going to get blood all over it.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, may just take one.
so we'll take him on obstructing and resisting.
Wait.
Yeah. He was like, nope, he was coming for you. So
Yeah,
that ain't
well,
gonna
and
happen.
that's
I tried dumping the dude to the ground,
I saw it.
but he yanked away, and then I'm like, get on the ground, and he goes, no, and he goes like this. I'm like, no,
well, that's
we're not
what
doing that
I was
today.
holding her.
It was time for each of the cops to give their statement about what happened. Officers Jeremiah Wood, Evan Dunlap, and Matt Sikla stuck together like never before, constantly checking if the others were okay. Only someone clueless wouldn't see they were trying to play the victims here and paint a completely different picture of the situation. Here's what they said, so please try not to get too frustrated.
I figured I was
had
worried
my
about you
taser
guys with him.
And then I saw him fighting with her, so I went to go grab her.
Yeah, no,
So,
that worked out. You're good though?
Yeah, I was just worried about like when that whole thing went down. That's why I was just holding her.
dog bit his neck, I think.
They said there were no marks, so.
Your neck? Well,
Sorry about your glasses, dude.
Oh, dude, it's all good. Did you see when the dog came down the stairs and I had her on the stairs? I just put my friggin' head
I saw
down.
that.
Like, oh my God.
that dude is not willing to do a statement. He
Okay.
said that this guy was trying to, whatever guy that you took, he was trying to restrain his dog, and then the officer went crazy on him.
Oh, good.
So, his name's John. He lives in my apartment.
All right,
That's all
but
I
he
know.
wasn't willing to make a statement? Okay, well, we've got it all on camera, so.
No, he was mad because we were going to arrest.
Yeah, he's yelling.
He's like, she's 14, you can't arrest her.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't
I
arrest her,
know.
you can't arrest her.
She's been
starts
arrested
screaming.
before.
I figured there's a different story here.
We're like, yeah, we can. We're trying to like mellow him out, so. That wasn't working.
All right. She was trying to get inside, back inside, away from us. We already came out here earlier, and
you told her she was under arrest, and she goes, "I'm gonna go inside." And you're
She
like,
goes,
"No."
I need to put a tampon on.
I
I
know.
said no.
And then she started pulling away from
then you looked at me, and I was like, no.
20 minutes later, after the cops finished apologizing to each other, they finally remembered to take John off the phone. Just when you think these cops can't get any worse, they prove you wrong. You'll also notice how John remains polite to them, even though they didn't deserve it at all.
And that's
Well,
what she was
because
like,
he started getting upset, and that's where I'm like, what exactly what just happened? I'm like, oh, it is what it is.
So, okay.
Your cell phone? Do you want your cell phone to go with you if I find it? Yes or no?
I don't know where it is.
Probes in them?
No, I took the probes out. These are just the wires. We can take the wires off of them.
Thank you.
Probes are out.
See
Your
cell
cub,
phone laying out on the ground.
your cubby's hat is down on your porch.
Thank you, sir.
Do you need anything else?
He's just gonna look for my phone.
Okay.
That's all I need.
So we have your wallet. That was in your back pocket. We're not going to take your lighters with you. Those were in there also.
That's fine.
You're good with your wallet?
That's fine.
Okay.
I just want to make sure my phone's not outside.
You have 2 dogs inside. Is there anybody else going to come home tonight to care for the dogs?
My wife, I hope.
What time's she coming
I
home?
don't know, sir.
Okay.
She doesn't have a key.
Okay. And then lastly, your Jack Russell, the one that was outside, bit 2 officers.
I
Is
was
it
trying
current?
to help you guys. Yes, he is.
He's current
I
on all
have
rabies
registry.
and stuff?
Yes, he has a micro. He's chipped.
That's all I want
He's
to know.
current with
Make
his
sure I don't need
rabies.
to get one of my
No,
officers
sir.
like started on a rabies.
My wife has the scan chip in her.
John Sears was charged with resisting arrest, and his daughter was hit with charges of harassment, domestic violence, obstruction of justice, and resisting arrest. All of those charges were later dropped. The family ended up filing a lawsuit against the 3 cops for using excessive force. After the incident, their dog Skippy became aggressive toward strangers and had to be given to another family. The girl started having nightmares and withdrew from social life. Sadly, the 3 cops are still with the Loveland Police Department. What kind of bullshit is that? What kind of punishment do you think they deserve? Pastor Michael Jennings, leader of Vision of Abundant Life Ministries in Sylacauga, had arranged with his longtime neighbor to water their yard while they were out of town. Quite normal. While he was doing that, someone called the cops, reporting a suspicious vehicle and a suspicious person in the neighbor's yard. This led the cops to sending a patrol. From the start, you can tell this situation isn't going to end well. Why? Because it involves cops.
Howdy.
Hey man, how's it going?
Pretty good. What you doing here, man?
Water flower.
Are they saying that, is that your vehicle? It's not?
It's the neighbor's vehicle.
The neighbors?
314, I'll be on 13.
Okay. You live here?
No, I don't live here.
Okay. They saying that this vehicle is not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be here.
Who's saying that?
They called about it. I don't know who called.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
You're Pastor Jennings?
Yes, I'm looking out for their house while they gone.
Okay.
Watering they flowers.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Now, do you have like ID and all?
Oh no, man. I'm not gonna give you no ID.
Why not?
I ain't did nothing wrong.
Well, you look, listen, I'm not saying do nothing wrong.
Dog, listen,
There's a suspicious person.
Look, I used to be a police officer in Goodwater. Don't come here with that. Okay?
Look, man, don't do this to me. There's a suspicious person in the yard, and if you're not one to identify yourself.
I don't have to identify myself. It's not a stop and identify state. That guy know me. He came to my store that got broke in. I live right over there across the street. Who called y'all?
That's what we got to figure out. But first,
who called?
3 cops from Childersburg Police Department showed up, and one of them started talking to Pastor Michael, who was holding a watering hose and watering the plants, you know, like he's supposed to. However, the cop acted quite unprofessionally, refusing to let Michael explain his side of the story. Without any investigation, the cop immediately assumed Michael was guilty, and he didn't even know who had reported him.
Man,
he don't live here. I'm not saying nothing about.
You have no right to approach me if I ain't did nothing suspicious or nothing wrong. Told him I'm a pastor. I pastor until I don't want to hear.
Sir.
You want to lock me up? Lock me up.
Nobody wants to
lock me up. I'm not showing y'all anything. I'm gonna continue to water these flowers. I don't care who called y'all. Lock me up and see what happens. I want you to.
Hey man, just come here and talk to us. What?
Water these back flowers. What I'm finna do. Who called y'all?
Well, if you would let us talk to you, we can figure stuff out.
You're going to catch an obstruction charge if you keep
You can do whatever you want. Do it. Do it.
We're just trying to talk to you, man. Come here.
313, 314, follow.
10-4. We got one that's not listening to it. Look, man, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone, dude. Just calm down, okay?
No.
Stop.
I like this.
Okay. We're just trying to talk to you and see.
I don't want to argue with you, okay?
All right, go ahead and do what you got to do, Doc. Do what you got to do. Go on and lock me up.
Look, just have a seat.
It's already
not
a
locked
lawsuit.
up. You're
It's
just
already a lawsuit,
Yes,
Doc.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's already a lawsuit.
Just have a seat, okay?
Okay, already a lawsuit. Already a lawsuit.
313. Show us. 1026. One black man. Sit down. Sit down, man. Just.
Okay, let me call my wife.
After a brief discussion about his rights, Michael tried to walk away from the cops even though they kept following him. They ended up handcuffing him, taking his phone, and sitting him down on the nearby steps. This seemed to be the trigger for the cops to act like real bullies, all because someone stood up for their civil rights.
You're not calling nobody.
My son just got racially profiled in Michigan. He's got his master's degree. He's an athletic director. 3 police profiler came in. I was ex-police officer from Goodwater. I told you I'm a pastor.
Okay, look, man.
Who called y'all?
I
don't have to ID myself.
You will not listen.
I have a call on you. You have to identify yourself to me. You understand what I'm telling you?
No, I don't. You wait, watch how you want. Take me down, book me. Go do what you need to do. Go do what you need to do.
I think it's going to be.
Please call my wife right quick.
We're going to wait off. All right. Well, y'all sit with him, Jeremy. I'm going to go over here and see if it's 6 people over here that call. 313.
Go ahead.
Can you have the 72 that called step out and talk to her?
Michael asked the cops to call his wife or son, but their egos were too bruised to listen. When Michael tried once again to explain that he didn't have to identify himself because he hadn't done anything wrong, one of the cops lost it and escalated the situation even further, as if they hadn't already crossed the line long ago.
Hey, you know what? You know what? 10-15. 10-15. 10-15. I ain't gonna sit there and have that, dude.
Will you let my wife?
No, you ain't letting nothing now.
I appreciate it. Okay, I will.
313. You show me 10-15. One black man.
Yeah.
I gotta get gas, so he needs to go on someone else.
Soon, another neighbor spoke to the cops and confirmed that Michael's story was completely true, adding that he and the neighbor whose flowers he was watering were longtime good friends. But even this wasn't enough for the cops to apologize. Instead, they immediately tried to justify their actions, and trust me, their excuse for what they did was just as weak as their behavior.
Do you know that gentleman back?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Does he have
He lives right there.
Okay, does he have permission here to be watering flowers?
He may because they are friends.
Okay.
And they went out of town today, so
Right.
he may be watering their flowers.
Okay.
Be completely normal.
Okay, that's fine. If he would have said, "Hey, I got this," gave his identification because he's a suspicious person. He said that's not his vehicle; it's their vehicle.
Okay.
We have a call. Like,
Yeah.
we're here because we're called here. I don't know who called, but somebody did.
Did you call us?
313. Rory Milam of Childersburg on a 2004 Chevy Tahoe, no color listed. Registration is valid till 6/30 of 22, negative 29.
10-4, you did say the name's Roy Mallon.
They claimed everything would have been fine if Michael had just handed over his ID. But it seems to me that the cops, who swore to protect the constitutional rights of all citizens at the start of their careers, are now trying to justify themselves for not respecting those very rights.
Sure he is.
Listen to me, man. Is that better?
I was actually about to go over to his house.
Listen, let me talk to you. Who is Roy Mallon? That's you, ain't it?
I'm Michael Jennings, sir.
You're Michael Jennings. Who is Roy Mallon?
I don't know.
Okay, that's who that vehicle belongs to.
Yeah, that's
who
all I
lives
know.
here?
His name is Roy.
That's who lives here?
That's Roy. I call him Roy and call his wife Connie, and I've been dealing with him for 7 years that I've been living here.
They are friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you called not because of the car, but because you thought you saw someone besides him.
Right, I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, I got to keep their flowers watered. I got to keep their flowers watered while they're gone. You okay? And by the way, I won't get to come to the graduation, but we're going to get you signed something.
No, don't.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Anytime the police come out and they say, we want to identify you, you have to identify yourself.
Remember that suspicious vehicle from the start of the incident? Well, the cops checked out the gold SUV parked on the property and found out it was registered to Jennings' neighbor, the owner of the house where Michael was watering the flowers. So, what do you think? Was this enough for the cops to let Michael go?
Because there's a reasonable suspicion, there's a reasonable man, there's a vehicle. There's a reasonable suspicion that you're here. There's not a crime.
Yeah.
If you would have said, yeah, here's my name, here's everything, we were like, okay.
I told him my name.
You didn't tell me your name.
I decided, he asked me who I was. I said,
You didn't give it to me when I first asked.
Pastor Jennings.
That's not a name. That's a pastor.
Yeah.
I need your name.
The way y'all handle this situation was totally wrong.
Well, listen.
You're racial profile.
We're not racial profile.
Yes, you did.
No, sir. No, sir. We're not about that.
I told you I was here watering the flowers.
How do I know that's the truth? Anybody.
I had the water hose in my hand. I was watering all the flowers.
Anybody can pick a hose pipe up.
He is gonna be so pissed when I tell him I got arrested watering his flowers. 7 years we've been friends.
We got that. Look, let's sit back in here.
Okay.
You can sit down. Give me, so we can get this going on the ball. All right. What is your social?
I'm not gonna give him a social.
You need to give me your social.
I'll give you my name. That's all I'm gonna give you. You're not gonna run no 27 and 28 on me and get me in the system for no reason.
All right, what's your
The girl already told you who I am.
Okay, yes,
Michael Jennings. That's all you
Michael Jennings.
Michael Jennings.
Spell your first name.
M-I-C-H-A-E-L.
A-E-L?
That's it.
Jennings, J-E-N-N.
Yes, sir.
I-N. G-S. What's your date of birth?
1/17/66.
1/17/66. All right. Sit in the car for me.
Yes, sir.
We'll handle this in just a second.
You give me can't let that one that's hot.
If you're thinking absolutely not, you're absolutely right. The cops took it even further by putting Michael in the back of the police car and taking down his information. Now, despite everything, Michael stayed polite, and I can only hope the cops felt some sort of shame for what they did.
Profile. No, sir. No, sir. We're not about that.
I told you I was here watering the flowers.
How do I know that's the truth? Anybody.
I had the water hose in my hand. I was watering all the flowers.
Anybody can pick a hose pipe up.
He is gonna be so pissed when I tell him I got arrested watering his flowers. 7 years we've been friends.
We got that. Look, let's sit back in here.
Okay.
You can sit down. Give me, so we can get this going on the ball. All right. What is your social?
I'm not gonna give him a social.
You need to give me your social.
I'll give you my name. That's all I'm gonna give you. You're not gonna run no 27 and 28 on me and get me in the system for no reason.
All right, what's your
The girl already told you who I am.
Okay, yes,
Michael Jennings. That's all you
Michael Jennings.
Michael Jennings.
Spell your first name.
M-I-C-H-A-E-L.
A-E-L?
That's it.
Jennings, J-E-N-N.
Yes, sir.
I-N.
G-S.
G-S. What's your date of birth?
1/17/66.
1/17/66. All right. Sit in the car for me.
Yes, sir.
We'll handle this in just a second.
You give me can't let that one that's hot.
Yeah. Will you let the window down a little bit for him? What are we going to do with him?
We'll see the charge of, I guess, disorderly conduct, the failure to obey a police officer. He refused to give any information.
He said he's not going to give me his social, but he gave me his name and date of birth.
Even though Michael tried to explain the situation, he was arrested and charged with obstructing the government. These charges were later dropped. Michael's lawyer, Harry Daniels, pointed out that the video clearly showed the cops abusing their authority, racially profiling Michael, and wrongfully arresting him. I hope these criminal cops who targeted an innocent man here got what they deserved: fired. If you thought this video was wild, just wait for the next one, because trust me, there are always worse cops out there.